You have got to be... Welcome back, super friends and super family. I am Thor, your friendly neighborhood god of thunder, and today I'm reacting to episode 15 of season 2 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So man, I just cannot get over how amazing last episode was. I mean, I showered a bunch of praise on it at my review of the end of that episode, and that's just where I'm caught up. I'm kind of still buzzing from how amazing that was. I am super excited to see where we continue on. I do hope that this next episode we continue to follow the main storyline, just because I find that so compelling, and I don't know what's going to happen. Like, where are we going to go with Angel? How long is Angel going to be evil? How is Buffy going to deal with Angel being evil? Is Buffy the one who made Angel happy and then turned him evil? And if that's the case, which would be insane to me, but if it is the case, then does that mean that if they end up somehow changing Angel back, that they can just they have to make sure he's always miserable? Because man, that would be rough. It's like he's just part of the friend group and they have to be trashing him the whole time. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Willow and Oz, please, let's move things forward in the right direction. I think Oz is really, I mean, he's such a cool guy. Come on, let's, baptize him and make him part of the official group. And my big surprise relationship, every episode, I keep being more surprised by how genuine and good it actually seems. But Xander and Cordelia, I'm still going to go with my initial gut instinct. I don't think that relationship is going to last, but I am very surprised. Like, in a weird way, like they seem to care about each other more than I would have ever anticipated. As always, my full unedited reaction to this episode and all my Buffy episodes are up on Patreon if you want to check those out. And if you want to see next week's reaction to episode 16, that's also up right now for early access. Let's just get into it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, season 2, episode 15. All right, well, this is oh, hold on a second. Don't tell me he's going to see the mom who's locked up there.
This cheerleading trophy. It's like its eyes follow you wherever you go.
Oh my gosh, if they bring her back.
Movies are kind of like popcorn. You forget about them as soon as they're done. I do remember I like the popcorn, though.
I mean, when you watch a bad movie, popcorn is a nice redemptive quality.
I would love to give me some of that Buffy and Willow action, if you know what I mean.
That's great, Larry. You've really mastered the single entendre.
The single entendre.
Hey. Oops.
Is this guy asking to get killed by a vampire?
Point. What are you gonna do? Talk? Come on, fess up. How far have you got?
Nowhere.
I hope those aren't Oz's friends. I don't think they are.
He's great. We have a lot of fun. But I want smoochies.
Have you dropped any hints?
I've dropped anvils.
She's dropped anvils. That's great.
The guy could resist your wily willow charms.
At last count, all of them, maybe more.
Oh, none of them know a thing. They all get an F in Willow.
Buffy is such a great friend.
Well, you better hurry. I don't want to be the only girl in school without a real boyfriend.
Willow, come on. Just, it'll happen. Trust me. He actually cares for you.
You and Xander and I could do that sharing our misery thing tonight.
Great. I'll give Xander a call. What's his number? Oh, yeah. 1-800 I'm dating a skanky hoe.
Willow.
Excuse me? We didn't come here to talk about Willow. We came here to do things I can never tell my father about.
I just don't trust Oz with her. I mean, he's a senior. He's attractive.
Xander, how are you jealous of Willow, dude? I thought you put her in the friend zone. You are insane.
Beautiful, big full moon outside tonight. It doesn't get more romantic than this. So shut up!
Honestly, I agree with Cordelia. Like, dude, let's... Oh, who is there? Wait, full moon? That's gotta be a wolf man, right? Dang, I mean, show about vampires, right? It's gotta be inevitable that we see some wolf men. I think they should add the shot of Buffy with the bazooka into the intro of the show.
Did you hear that?
What is it now?
Well, it might be a monster.
Is Willow sending out some sort of distress signal that only you can hear?
Okay, now I know I heard something.
All right, that's it. You know, your mind hasn't been here all night. How about
Cordelia,
I just drop
you didn't
off?
hear that either? Come on, Cordelia. We've seen you drive like Baby Driver before.
Told you I heard something.
Xander's like, see, I was right.
Daddy just had this car detailed.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy. You're not going to be able to tell him what actually happened.
I must admit, I am intrigued. Werewolves, it's one of the classics. I'm sure my book...
Giles is a little bit excited. He's like, this is going to be some cool research time.
He needs to get a pet.
Sunnydale is becoming more dangerous all the time.
Yeah, if only you knew.
Your attacker may have a benefit.
Would you look at that? He's all over her. Hey, buddy, this is a public forum here.
Xander, honestly, if Cordelia dumps you, you deserve it.
Don't forget, you're supposed to be a meek little girly girl like the rest of us.
Yeah, Willow's like, don't drop your Batman cover. Okay, Buffy, throw this guy, please.
Summers, you were turning me on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that was satisfying.
That works too.
Moon do seem to exert a great deal of psychological influence, and the full moon seems to bring out our darkest qualities.
Is that really true?
It's that it emerges for 3 full consecutive nights, the full moon and the 2 nights surrounding it.
That's actually not too bad, though. Only 3 days? 3 days a month?
Who this werewolf is, it's still a human being who may be completely unaware of his or her condition.
Who's it gonna be?
And you won't believe what I saw. Brittany Podell was making out with Owens to deal, but he goes with Barrett Williams. If she ever found...
Giles is like, that is not what I was talking about, and I'm not interested. I know I always say this, but please be careful, Buffy.
Gotcha.
Is that someone who set a trap for the werewolf?
Whoa. Whoa. Hands are good right about there.
Relax, dude. Neither of them are hairy, okay? He's just gonna drop her? You couldn't lower her slowly? What if she was a normal girl? That could have, like, broken her neck.
We're hunting werewolves.
Okay, this guy is not to be trusted.
Or a tooth from the mouth of every werewolf that I killed. This next one will bring the total to an even dozen.
Okay, so you think you're cool, we get it.
It doesn't bother you that a werewolf is a person 28 days out of the month?
That's why I only hunt them the other 3.
Oh, nice. That must help you sleep at night.
Any idea where else the boys and girls like to get together around here? They're suckers for that whole sexual heat thing.
Like many slashers and horror movies.
But you don't know squat? Gee, what a surprise.
I mean, what a surprise that anyone doesn't want to help you, dude. You are, like, immediately unlikable. I think you're in trouble. Yeah, you are definitely in trouble.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I just, I thought I heard something.
I swear, if Angel kills this girl...
No one there.
Oh. Guess I was wrong.
I'm, like, nervous for her.
You do very well. Come on, I'll get you home.
Alright, well, goodbye. I don't know which death is more preferable, vampire or werewolf. I think it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
It's like I don't even exist.
I sometimes feel like that.
This is so crazy, like having Cordelia, like, chill with Willow.
Oh, that's right, he's a guy.
Yeah, him and Xander, guys.
Look at them, bonding over hating guys. Well, this thing sure likes to make an entrance.
The werewolf gets in there.
I mean, I know they, like, have the cover story that vampires are just a gang, but what are kids gonna believe now when they saw this werewolf? Like, it was just a hairy dude? Alright. It's gone full stealth mode. That's smart.
Let it get away.
I didn't let it do anything.
You weren't even here on time.
What were you gonna do? Take it for a walk?
I was going to lock it up.
That's beautiful.
I honestly want to see this guy die before the end of the episode.
Sis, if that thing out there harms anyone, it's going to be on your pretty little head. I hope you can live with that. First they tell me I can't hunt an elephant for its ivory.
Stake this guy in the heart, please. That'll be the most crowd-pleasing moment. All right, what's going to happen with these two predators? Dang, Angel backed off. Was he like, here you go, here's a free meal, let's be friends?
I'm okay. I'm just, fine.
Just sleep deprived, that's all.
I'm guessing you didn't see anything either from that vantage point of having your eyes closed.
Yeah, it would be highly unlikely. Maybe he had a few dreams he can tell you about.
I think we're gonna get this thing. We have another whole night.
What exactly do you do, though? Like, let's say you capture this werewolf, and then you find out who it is. What do you do? Is there a way to reverse the curse? I'm trying to figure out who I think it is. I mean, there's that jerk in the high school, but I don't think it's him. Part of me wants to think that it's a girl, just because that seems like a nice, like, Joss Whedon subversion. Okay, we're gonna see right now. You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. It's like no one can date someone who's not a monster. First we had the Angel reveal, now the Oz reveal. Oh, Willow. Oh, poor Willow.
Well, no reason. Thanks. Love to Uncle Ken.
Is he putting it together that it's himself? Like the fact that he's waking up in the woods with his shirt gone? I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that he's keeping some distance from Willow.
Is everybody okay? Did anybody get bitten or scratched?
No, we're fine.
Maybe he knows. Maybe he really knows that it's him.
Really no way to tell who it is.
Oh, sure there is. I mean, Giles knows stuff, and I'm practically an expert on the subject.
On account of once you were a hyena?
Ooh, that's kind of a savage burn from Willow.
You said you didn't remember anything about that.
Oh, wow.
Look, the point is I have an affinity with this thing. I can get inside of its head.
Oh, Xander.
It's obvious who I am. I'm Larry.
That's the big bully, right? Yeah. Yeah, he's the obvious red herring.
I'm gonna go talk to him. Gonna force a confession out of him.
Yes, Xander, I am sure you will successfully bully that guy who's probably like 2 feet taller than you.
Check the student files. See if anybody else...
Oh, I feel so bad for Oz. He clearly is so stressed out about this, and he looks so, like, ashamed and guilty. But, dude, it's not your fault.
Help me. Help together.
I can't. I'm busy.
Oh.
I gotta go.
And, of course, Willow's gonna think this is kind of a rejection from him. And Buffy, look at Buffy's like heart go out to her friend. It would be hilarious if Xander like actually like confronts this guy and like scares him somehow. I don't know if that's possible.
Isn't gonna make this go away. People are still gonna find out.
I mean, he must be hiding something. What is he hiding?
How are people gonna look at me after they find out I'm gay?
Oh, okay. Well, a little bit of a different secret.
Probably would have slipped out even if I wasn't here.
No, because knowing you went through the same thing made it easier.
Xander's like, actually, it was a little bit different.
No, I am not.
Of course. Don't worry.
He's like, your secret's safe with me.
Your secret's safe with me.
Oh, Xander. Well, I do think that rules him off as the werewolf. Although if you were the werewolf, that would be a great cover story to like throw someone in a different direction.
Screen full of violent incidents. Okay, most of those were not my fault. Somebody else started them.
Is it possible to be both vampire and werewolf? Can you imagine if you're like a monster of both kinds?
The mystery that is men. I think it goes something like, they grow body hair, they lose all ability to tell you what they really want.
Is that what it's like from the other perspective?
Hey.
I'll see you guys later.
Look at that death stare from Buffy.
So how'd it go with Larry?
What's that supposed to mean? Must you continue to push and push?
Xander, relax.
Tell that to Teresa. She could have used my defending before she was ripped apart by that.
Werewolf.
Nowhere.
Wait.
They were linked to the animal attacks from the other night, so we just assumed werewolf.
What else should we have assumed?
Vampire. Ah, very smart. Very smart. Buffy, your detective skills are improving.
No.
Does she suspect that it's Angel? I think she does, just from the look on her face.
And Teresa's a vampire.
Angel senses love.
Xander, help her out! Give her the steak! Well, he did more than that. He took care of her. Well done, Xander. Dang, that threw Buffy off, though. That was too much to hear.
Are you okay?
That really is what vampires are after. Like, even in the face of about to be getting killed, the vampire just wanted to get one dig just to hurt.
Not the same guy you knew.
Oh, I swear if Cordelia walks in and sees this, I'm going to be so pissed.
No, my life's not too complicated.
Xander, we're going to get to a point where the romantic relationships of all the characters is tied up in such a massive knot. It's going to be too much. It's going to be too many hormones, too much drama, too much feelings going around to be fit into one show. All right. Well, as far as I'm concerned, Oz, you have a full permission slip to kill this guy before you go back to your human form. Oh, you know what would be the worst case scenario? Because I actually completely understand him wanting to chain himself up. But if he chains himself up and then that hunter catches him really easily, that would be bad. It better not be Willow. I don't think Willow would knock that aggressively. Oh, it is. She's mad.
Instead of looking up names with me, here you are, all alone in your house doing nothing by yourself.
Notice the handcuffs, Willow.
Chains and stuff? Why do you have chains and stuff?
Oh my gosh. Okay, tell her. You have to tell her now, okay? It's gonna be too late. Tell her what's going on. All right, too late.
What's wrong?
Willow, please run. Oh, come on. That was close. I mean, on the upside, if Willow does make it out of this, she and Buffy are going to be able to relate to what they're going through dating-wise in a very profound way. Is that a tranquilizer?
Unscheduled slayage in the form of Teresa.
She's a vampire.
Was.
Yeah, it was. She's gone now.
I'm so sorry.
Not now, Giles. Can all have ourselves a good cry after we bag us a werewolf.
I mean, how do you outrun this type of monster? Okay, what is he distracted by? Did he smell fresher meat?
One question. How exactly do we find this thing?
It's Oz! It's Oz!
Well, there you go.
He said he was going through all these changes, then he went through all these changes.
Can't say he didn't warn you. Did he smell that other hunter guy? All right, Matrix mode. Start dodging some bullets. Just in time. Yes. All right, let's go, Giles. Tranquilizer. Please don't accidentally miss and hit Buffy. Buffy, just get away. Oh my gosh. Great shot, Willow. Great shot.
I shot Oz.
It's okay. It was out of love.
This town's overrun with monsters. No one here's man enough to kill them.
How about you let the door hit you in the ass on the way out of town?
And that's getting off way too easy as far as I'm concerned. I wonder if he's going to come back later in the show. If he does, I hope Angel takes him out. He's just one of those characters that you root for to see die.
He'll be a little sore in the morning, but he'll be ours.
But does this mean this is going to happen every month?
Here, let me get those.
Oh wow, he's had a change of heart here.
Thanks.
That was weird.
Saying is she's not safe with them. If it were up to me...
Xander. It's not up to you.
That's so true. It's really not.
I spoke to Giles. He said I'll be okay. I just have to lock myself up around the full moon. Only he used more words than that.
Yeah, I don't think Giles would just say that.
I didn't know what to say. I mean, it's not every day you find out you're a werewolf. That's fairly freaksome.
I mean, how long has he been a werewolf? His whole life? Or did this just happen?
What?
What?
Well, you know, like stayed out of your way for a while.
Come on, if Buffy and Angel can make it work, you two can make it work.
You're nice. And you're funny. And you don't smoke. Yeah, okay, werewolf.
Big deal. No one's perfect.
3 days out of the month. I'm not much fun to be around either. I'd still if you'd still.
I'd still. I'd very still.
Aww. Aw, good for Willow.
A werewolf in love.
Yeah, we've seen crazier things in Sunnydale, trust me. Oh, that was a nice episode. All right, so that is Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2, Episode 15. That was an awesome little episode. We didn't continue the main storyline with Spike and Drusilla, but that was a really cool and awesome journey into just the creature of werewolves, which I always have thought are just something that's cool and are connected to vampires. At least in my head they are. I think that's kind of based in mythology. Maybe that's just me. And then what a surprise that Oz is a werewolf. I guess I should have seen this coming, especially after the Angel reveal in Season 1, that of course we're going to have another main character. Like, they're going to have some type of past. They're going to have some type of secret, and how very fitting for it to be Oz. I didn't see that coming. And yeah, I don't know. I'm such a big fan of Oz. He seems like such a cool guy. And even seeing the way he tried to protect Willow while being a werewolf, like, I understand. Like, yes, in an ideal world, I think he should have just told all of them just for everyone's maximum safety. But that's a very difficult thing to open up and tell someone else, and he was doing everything he could to isolate himself from potentially harming anyone else. And of course, it was really awesome seeing a little bit of Angel, even though he wasn't in it as much this episode. Just watching Angel as the evil vampire and acting in such a polar opposite way than the Angel that we've known the show, this good, caring guy who loves Buffy and is willing to sacrifice himself. Now we get this twisted, sadistic character. I mean, it's a great performance because he just feels like a completely different person. And seeing him on screen, it's an exciting, conflicting thing. I do think it's a very interesting direction for the story to go, and a cool direction for it to go, because it complicates matters. And I don't know. I really don't know how everything is going to be resolved. Something very interesting that I was thinking of in the middle of the episode I wanted to talk about here at the end is they're really talking about a werewolf, right? And they're saying you don't want to kill this person because it's not their fault. They're only a werewolf for 3 days out of the month. The rest of the month, they're a normal human. But isn't that in a weird way similar to vampires? And of course, vampires, like, once they're turned into vampires. But at the end of the day, aren't we talking about people who have been possessed by demons and are really, it was outside of their control, right? Like, they're kind of victims of these monsters that have taken over in a very similar way to a werewolf. The only real difference, I would say, is that they don't, vampires don't have, they don't return to their human form for most of the month. They're vampires all the time, with rare exceptions, like when Angel turned good. But when someone who's a vampire, like, who gets turned and you kill them, like Buffy stakes them to the heart, that's still a human being who's dying in a way, right? Or am I completely wrong? Like, when the vampire takes over, does the human soul completely die? I don't think that could be the case, though, because if that was the case, how could Angel still be connected to his true self? I don't know. Maybe I'm mixed up with my vampire lore, but there's an aspect about killing vampires where it's somewhat tragic for the person who was turned to a vampire. At least that's the way that I see it, because let's just assume you're a normal person. You get bit by a vampire, you turn into a vampire, and then you're evil. And you understand that Buffy is in a position where she has to kill you because you're threatening other people. But I don't know, just this episode, like, their protective attitude towards the person who'd been transformed from a werewolf, the logic behind that was, look, this person is a victim of circumstance and is not doing this on purpose. But I do think there's some similarity to vampires. But let me know. I would love for people to let me know their thoughts about that. Do you see similarities like that? Do you see vampires in a weird way, like the person who's taken over by the demon as a victim? And is there any attitude of empathy or trying to somehow spare and rescue them over just wiping them out that makes sense? Is that possible? Or is it just a situation where it's a harsh reality that, look, they've been turned into a demon. There's really nothing we can do. It's unfortunate for the original human, but you got to kill them. That's it. I don't know. But love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, thank you to everyone for watching along. Thank you for subscribing. If you want to continue to see my reactions to the show as I move forward with season 2, which I'm having an absolute blast doing. If you do want to see my full unedited reactions to this episode, to all the episodes of Buffy, to next week's episode as well, those are all up on Patreon. And as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.